reading My Hero has not been the same ever since I went to go read it on my own. And I'm glad that it only lasted like, what was it, 3 chapters before Rainbow, shout out to Rainbow, hit me up and was like, yo, gotta react to the greatness that's going down. And I was like, bet, man, let's return back to doing this. I tried it out. I was like, man, I really want to be caught up with the My Hero Awesome sauce. I'm tired of having to wait to do the reaction, especially with where we were currently heading. I was like, man, I want to read it on my own. But reading it on my own, even though the content was spectacular, like the content with the Todoroki household was awesome, but it just didn't hit the same, man. Like, I've been doing this. I've reacted to every single My Hero chapter, I think, since, what was it, like chapter 59, 60? We're currently in chapter 300 and latest chapter was 308. I was like, man, it's hard to transition into doing that, man. And so I'm glad it only lasted that long. I think in my mind, I'm going to go back to doing just reactions to My Hero, where it's like I read all my chapters through the vids, because there's just something about reading the chapters and then having an opportunity to discuss it and then see what everybody thought in the comments section that just hits different with the series, man. And so I definitely want to go back to doing reactions to My Hero. And once again, shout out to my boy Chris, shout out to Rainbow for coming up in like Swimwear and letting me know, yo, you got to react to the greatness that's going down. And now I no longer have to read it on my own. We're back on the channel and up in like Swimwear, and I think I'm done. I think those 3 chapters alone were like, yo, My Hero is not for reading on my own. My Hero is for reacting. You know what I mean? So definitely looking forward to this one. I'm super pumped. I need to catch up to the anime too, man. Like, I watched the first episode and then I stopped, right? So I need to, first episode of the latest season. I'm caught up to the whole anime, but the latest season. Like, I need to see how they're handling that training arc before MVA starts. So in the anime. But without further ado, man, we're going to be starting off from chapter 304. And this one, the last thing that I recall reading was we saw Deku in the bed, Bakugo running towards him, and then all that incredible stuff. Like, we got to see the top 3, and then all the incredible stuff that took place with the Todoroki household, and Dabi and Endeavor, and how amazing of a character he is. But let's see what happens here, man. Chapter 304. And we start with All Might right next to Deku, as he is currently, according to the end of 303, my man is out here talking to the predecessors like he's Aang in Avatar Last Airbender with all of the previous avatars. You know, I always love stuff like that. I loved it in Katekyo Hitman Reborn, and I love it here in My Hero every time we can see like the previous individuals who held this ability, especially considering that they all had different abilities, and now we're seeing how Deku can utilize those, right? But just, I wanted to learn more about them and how they were able to do things because of the importance of this ability. And we know how it leads into the importance with his character, with Shigaraki's character, and seeing how those things are going to come into play with OFA and AFO. So I can't wait to see more, man. So without further ado, enough talking, let's get into some greatness. Chapter 304, I can feel one for all within the boy, but only very faintly. How's everyone faring? Aizawa-sensei, Gran Torino, Lita, Ryukyu, Kachan, Endeavor, Hado, Todoroki, Togata, Rocklock, Manuel. Please be okay, everyone. Wait, so Deku, even while my boy is currently knocked out, unconscious. Mans is in a coma. And you're telling me that even in the midst of all of that, he's still watching out for the others above his own self? Deku greatness, bro. That's what I love about this character. Double spread? Before you wake up, we gotta have a chat. Yo, and they're all in a round table, man. The chairs are all around. Yo, this is heat. Before you wake up, we've gotta have a chat. Oh, man. Yo, look at the drip. It's something about a human being sitting in a chair in a certain type of manner. When you know that they have the clout, when you know they have the great... Yo, man, it's just an amazing visual. Sorry to force this on you in such trying times. This too is destiny. Nah, it's just a matter of time, and my esteemed colleague Banjo has already spoken to you a bit about this. All their predecessors are with me in a dream again. Before we could only interact with you by weaving through the interstices of your flickering consciousness. But that limitation no longer exists. About 4 months ago, my power, that is to say one for all, began growing rapidly. Along with that growth, the vestiges of the predecessors within one for all took on more solid forms, and now they are able to communicate with each other. In the earlier battle, my brother's power drew us out by sheer force, allowing us to appear before you more easily than before. Don't worry though, kiddo. We've still got your privacy when you need it. Alright, you ain't got a mouth. But wait, back there, I did manage to speak then. My mouth has formed just a little bit. I doid. And this man is attempting to form some sort of language here. He's attempting to form the language of greatness. Adoid. What you need? Oel me. To tell me. Allow me to explain. I am the fourth. My name is Hikage Shinomori. In your last battle, you drew on my power without meaning to. Ah, I see. That came as a shock to me. Ari. I get the sense that it would have been better for you to discover danger sense in a better setting. That was well said. It's kind of like this man Deku has if you guys are knowledgeable in Call of Duty, specifically the specialist perks, like, you know, whenever you go on a really long kill streak, back in Modern Warfare 3, you would be able to equip specialist. And you can do this even now today, but that was the game that I remember it the most. And, you know, being able to put on specialist, and then you'd be able to have all of the perks that either you selected. I believe in later games it's the ones you selected, but in that game it's every single perk. Like, once you go on an 8 kill streak, you have every single perk, and you become like this superhuman. I mean, you're out here just going up in like swimwear. That's kind of like what Deku's ability feels like right now. Like, my man's, by the time that he finishes all, you know, getting the abilities of all of them and training him on and whatnot, dude is going to be different. I mean, he is going to be out here straight up the greatest hero we've ever seen with all of those abilities, being able to maximize their potential and how he can utilize them all to the best of his ability. It's going to be nasty. Danger sense. Shinomori here was a weirdo who shunned modern society for the life of a hermit. Mine was a terrible era. They were the weirdos, not me. Do you happen to know how long I have lived? How long I lived and what killed me? Oi diauri, you died at 40. Art uild. Man is creating his own language here. Not sure what killed you. It wasn't written in All Might's notes. Or rather, it was like he wrote something but erased it. I died of old age. Old age? He was only 40, though. Banjo and I had no way of knowing my cause of death until Yagi told us after some research. I'll get straight to the point. As of now, one for all cannot be wielded by any ordinary person. I possess one for all, the second longest, second only after Yagi. For 18 long years, I evaded all for one and devoted my life to building up power. From the moment I inherited the Quirk, I knew I could never defeat that villain, so I decided to spend my turn, so to speak, amassing further strength. I love how he looks at it that way. Spending his turn, realizing that this is way bigger than just himself. You know, realizing that this is something that is going to take several generations to truly fulfill. And it looks like, of course, that's going to be taking place during Deku's generation. But to know that he, and I'm going to assume some of the others as well, knew that they had to do as much as possible during their quote-unquote turn in order for the next person to prosper and prevail, and then that person doing it so the next person can prosper and prevail until somebody would be able to take the reins and go in, man. That's amazing. In my final years, these cracks appeared in my body. I thought, oh, so those are cracks. I thought that was just a like a really cool part of his character design, but no, that's an actual crack. I thought it was an unknown disease of some sort, or that perhaps I hadn't trained hard enough. But when Yaki dug up my medical history and autopsy report, the truth became clear. I say I died of old age because possessing multiple quirks effectively ate away at my very life. Your life? Away! But hang on a minute. One for all only grew stronger after your time, Shinomori, and All Might managed to hold on to it for much longer. That brings us to what we must tell you. When Yagi realized that possessing one for all places a terrible burden on the body, he thought the same thing. The others never held it for so long. Since they died in battle, Yagi's only other point of comparison was himself, which is why he thought about what Shinomori had that he himself lacked. All Might was quirkless. Yes. Bro. Yes, Yagi still lives, but the knowledge he gained was passed to us via his shade in here. He couldn't be entirely sure, so he didn't tell you. What my brother said confirmed it. He spoke of how a person's essence is hardwired into their quirk factor. But then why would Yagi still appear here when he never had a quirk factor of his own? All this time we believed that the raw spirits of us predecessors resided within One for All. But in truth, those fragments of consciousness came about with the quirk factors of the second through the 7 successors. That is what One for All contains. Yagi is a sole exception. Only he imbued One for All with a true piece of his consciousness. Yo! A vessel with an existing quirk of its own could not receive One for All without warping and spilling over. And attempting to force it anyway results in a shortened lifespan as the fourth experienced. For 40 years, Yagi maintained his grip on One for All. It was a perfect fit for his previously empty vessel, and as such, it truly became his quirk. So, was that All Might also, within his quote-unquote turn, seeing Deku, who was also quirkless, with the same type of desire and will to truly want to become a hero, where he was like, he can carry the mantle. And not only can he carry the mantle, but he can carry it to the fullest extent because he has no quirk. That's very interesting. By some twist of fate, this power that must pass from one to the next wound up being meant for those who lacked power to start with. They are the ones who can draw out its true value. That's extremely beautiful, honestly. Like, only those that woke with no quirk to begin with, only those that didn't have any abilities, can maximize the potential of this. You mean, especially now that the predecessor's quirks are manifesting, I definitely can't pass this on to a normal person. One for All can't be transferred anymore. That's what you're saying. Quirkless individuals have all but vanished in your generation. And you're, oh, I see. And you're unlikely to come across another who needs such power. None of us knew this at the time, but as fate would have it, it passed into his hands and then yours. If only we had found a way to interact with the wielder sooner. So much pain and suffering could have been avoided. You get it now, kiddo? You might be the last wielder of One for All. And you know what that means, man? That means that this is the generation where it stops. This is where it all culminates. And you get to see an individual truly, not only conquer this ability, but put an end to the long-standing generational dispute between AFO and OFA that started all those years ago. And now we're going to see the culmination, the climax of that throughout, and being able to see how several different generations felt about this entire thing as well. It's going to be very interesting as the journey goes on. I could be the last one. Yo, the GOAT right here. That's the real issue now, Izuku. Tell me, can you kill Tomura Shigaraki? And you get to see it in Nana's eyes. The pain in which she states those words. Nah, man. You know how Deku feels, dog? It's not about killing him. It's about saving him. Because he's a hero, and a hero saves even those that don't want to be saved. Come on now, man. Let's go to the next chapter. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I missed. Tell me, can you kill Tomura Shigaraki? And Deku's like, hold on. That's not a request. I'm asking you about your resolve. You looked at him and saw someone who looked like he needed saving. That's what you thought. We know that much because we're in sync with your emotions. The issue is he sure didn't look that way to us. No doubt he's suffering what with All for One taking over his meat suit. But that don't mean the kid is hoping to be saved. I love how this one reminds me of Sid from Final Fantasy VII. Where's the high wind at? Even in a stitch like that, his eyes were filled with nothing but hate. That's how he was groomed. My brother's own damaged body now holds him back. So it's likely that he schemed to hijack the boy's body and soul as part of a grand plan to acquire One for All. And that definitely appears to be what was taking place in the prison section. First me, then my successor N. The bastard tried stealing One for All from us twice and failed twice. Bending and breaking the basic principle of One for All takes a powerful will and emotions strong enough to override One for All. Emotions so strong they're too much for one person to bear. We're thinking he's trying to use Shigaraki's hatred to get the job done. The rule is that only the will of One for All's wielder can affect it. But your rage is starting to eat away at that very rule. Because the origin of One for All was itself a powerful will that refused to submit to All for One. The basic premise is that One for All is tasked with destroying All for One. It seemed that Yagi accomplished this, but my tenacious brother managed to rise again. Izuku, I know telling you this is incredibly unfair to you, especially after all that talk about how you can't walk away from this. Tomura Shigaraki is my grandson. To better fight All for One, I removed myself from my son's life, and Tomura's life was the end result. It's beyond shameful for an adult who's failed over and over to burden a boy of 16 with their old debts. I know that, but all the same, if that thing grows into the ultimate evil, then nobody will be able to stop it. It won't be enough to simply forgive him or try to come to an understanding. There are some people in this world who cannot be saved. If a person who looks like they need saving actually turns out to be someone beyond saving, will you have the resolve to kill him if that's what it takes? The pain in those words, man. The pain that you know it took to say those words. Her heart must be being torn apart at the very strings. Flagnards, man. You can see the reactions of the rest of them here. I could see he was hurting, or rather, I could feel it. When Shigaraki's consciousness invaded One for All, when he was focusing so hard on his own dream, I felt it all inside that rage. I felt a little boy crying. Up till now, I've come up against all types. They've refused to back down, so fighting was the only way to stop them. But I never understood what made them turn out that way. If I had, maybe things would have worked out differently. Or who knows, maybe I still would have had to fight them anyway. Shigaraki. Dang, man. Just had to hit us with this panel. This man Horikoshi's sick. Shigaraki killed so many people. He served people near and dear to me, and yet, One for All is a power meant for saving, not killing. All Might taught me that. And you get this wonderful panel in the middle of that dialogue, in the middle of those words, of a young Deku looking over at a young Shigaraki. The white background emphasizing the two characters. What an amazing, amazing panel, man. Truly emotional. And not just me. All Might and all of you who built up this power have given hope to countless people out there. I get that this power was meant to destroy that evil, but you've all given your lives to link the chain this far, and I think there's another big purpose behind it all. Maybe there is no other way besides killing, and I don't know what I'm going to do when the time comes, but I want to save that little boy. Greatness. Deku, greatness. Cutting a promo out here, dog. Good. That's why we have your back. It's fortunate that our power passed to you too. Sorry for testing you like that. Gran Torino still lives, so when you wake up, please give him my best. I love this so much that Nana, knowing just how much that had to have hurt, still just like how she said earlier, this was a test of his resolve, and he passed it with flying colors, man. We've been blessed with wonderful disciples, and you get to see the tears because you know that she spoke from the heart whenever she spoke on the failures and the failures and the failures and attempting to do so much. And then just to see the debts that she has left behind causing so much burden to these individuals. But to see how they've been built up, how they've grown, and how how Deku and All Might, just in the way that they are, the way that they look at things and want to do things in the ways, and Deku awesome sauce, man. Deku greatness, dude. Now play nice. You two, you have to cooperate with our successor. He needs your help to unleash his full power. Hold on now, Chief. Hold on now, Chief. Yo, this color page is sick. You have Deku right here. They're sitting on a whole bunch of televisions. You have Deku holding AFO on a monitor, And then you have Shigaraki holding All Might on a monitor. Ah, man, this is without question the thumbnail for this moving video, dude. Yeah, man. Yo, Horikoshi, dude. These color pages have been hitting hard. But this one, that one is nasty. It's not words exactly, more like feelings flowing from you. Your chat with the predecessors, the truths about one for all, my master's inner conflict. I only sense these things faintly, but I feel them flowing into me. What your quirkless self has to say, though not exactly in words. Pleased to meet you, All Might. They say I'm the kind of man who moves a little too fast. So I've sped over here in a hurry with questions for you. Is Midoriya in bad shape? No, he's okay, bound to wake up shortly, in fact. How can I help you, Hawks? This concerns One for All and Midoriya. When some of the heroes who were part of the big battle quit their jobs, they told the media what they'd heard. And word's been spreading ever since. Endeavor has just informed me that Shigaraki was going after Midoriya. Maybe someone misspoke or misheard. But even if this intel is wrong, it's worth filling in the gaps. Because going forward, it won't just be villains we're fighting. We're up against all of society as well, man. That is the true, scary, and crazy aftermath of that war. Is exactly how the public perception and everything is going to change in terms of the way that the general public now view both the heroes and the villains, man. This secret is all that prevents society from falling into chaos. It's also meant to protect you, understand? I suppose we're way past this point already. The ones who won't give up, huh? We need privacy, follow me. I'll tell you everything. He's gonna tell him. He's gonna tell him the truth. Principal's office, yes, we'll be relying on the government's cooperation. There's a request from an alumnus, so of course we'll respond right away. 3 days had passed, but the panic showed no signs of dying down. The unease steadily spread, but not everyone was out for blood. They wanted heroes to be shining pillars of decency amid the unease, and to insist they'd done nothing wrong, they wanted reassurance. More than anything, the public needed something to cling to. He spoke the truth, and for what I've done, I cannot apologize enough. Endeavor spoke freely and openly about his and his family's sickening past. Endeavor, bro. It's all over for that dude. How terrible. Man, I was on that guy's side, but yeesh. He should have just said it was all a bunch of lies. But that wouldn't be a heroic thing to do, man. He knows that is his past. He's coming to terms with it. You know, he hasn't even begun to forgive himself for it. But he's trying to make the best out of it, man. He's trying to make it to where he can, gain the forgiveness of those closest to him, of course, and his family members. But he's also trying to be a living testament that you can change, man. And that he realizes that there are multiple different things that he's done wrong in the past. I mean, my dude truly was, in a state of mind where he did so many things that he regrets, but he's trying to not erase it, because that's not what he wants to do. He wants to make it to where those things that happened in the past will allow him to be able to showcase to other individuals, and to allow him to be able to showcase to the other individuals that he hurt, of like, yo, sweet mother of Flagnards, let me be that symbol for the people out there who have also done wrong things in the past, kind of like your villains, or someone who, like a Stain, for example. Like, let Endeavor be the type of symbol to where they could look at Endeavor and be like, man, hold on. If he did all of that stuff in the past and is now trying his hardest to be able to redeem himself, then why can't I do that either? Or why wouldn't I be able to do that myself? You know what I mean? And so Endeavor being in this spot for the way that things are going to move from here on out in this world, I can't wait to see how other characters start reacting to this now that this is public information. But Endeavor, man, what a fantastic character, bro. Seriously, man, I truly a fantastic character. It's all true, you say. But the accusation about Hawks and Best Genius clearly wasn't. My supposed assassination of Best Genius was a ploy to help me infiltrate the enemy ranks, but that fact doesn't negate the rest of the accusations. The bit about my father and the part about me killing a fleeing villain were both true. I did indeed conceal the details about my father, and for that I apologize. As for the matter of Bubaigawara, I felt I was left with no choice at the time. If he had been allowed to wield his quirk freely, we would be looking at more widespread death and destruction. I couldn't find a proper way to help him atone for his crimes, and that is truly a shame. It speaks to my lack of character. A question, if I may. During Higanto Mashia's rampage, my mother was horribly wounded. You saying it's all true sorry isn't going to change the state of affairs. Do you have the slightest idea how many people have lost their homes in just under a week? How can you stand there pretending it's all over, like what's done is done? Sure, villains are directly to blame, but your mistakes caused all this, and none of your faces show you understand that. If we showed you our pain and exhaustion and tears, would that somehow fix everything? Yo, Endeavor's going right straight to the truth. Like, what do you want me to do? Get down on my knees and beg for forgiveness? What's that going to change? Is that going to change what took place? Is that going to change what happened there? We failed. We got to move forward from this, man. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I understand, man. I'm like, come on now. You got to see it from my perspective as well. And I know that he's truly 110% sorry, but man is like, yo, hold on a minute. Like, if I were to do that, if I were to do what you want me to do, what would that fix? Obviously not. You need to put society at ease. You need to take down every last villain. That's how. You're exactly right. That's how I, as Endeavor, can atone. And yet with our ranks shrinking, heroes are ill-equipped to protect the masses at large. Therefore, we hope to reduce the overall sphere that requires our protection. What does that mean? On the heels of discussion with the government from today forward, UA High School and other hero programs will put their expansive, well-secured campuses to use as designed evacuation shelters. The students' parents have already begun the process of taking shelter, so with no path forward, you expect people just to accept living in shelters? This is all for finding a path forward. Your criticism and doubts, direct them all at me, not at the people who will be putting their lives in the line. I want all of you to just watch me. Again, bro. I want all of y'all to watch me, son. Endeavor. Yes, the heroes were put through a sieve. And if you define hero as someone that people look up to and count on, then the heroes really did vanish that day. And yet, some were still prepared to stand up and fight. So I didn't go far enough, huh? When Endeavor was asked about One for All, he replied, I don't know. Hey guys, this is nuts. So that Deku and All Might wouldn't have targets on their backs. Midoriya left a letter on the door. Uraraka, thank you for everything. I felt I had to reveal my secret to everyone in Class A. So I'm leaving these letters for you guys. My unique power was... He told him! He told him! Why did you reveal it in a letter, though? Wait, so he's conscious. He has to be conscious if he told him. And why did he reveal it in a letter? Why did he tell himself? You got one too? He gave one to every single person, like he said. What's going on with him? All for one, so the villains are after him? That Midoriya, what's the big idea? Which is why Shigaraki and AFO are now coming after me. But if you define a hero as someone willing to suffer in silence, then that dummy who's there for them when they're in pain. No. Yo, look at Deku. April. Deku left? The hero. That's why he wrote the letter. Stop it now, Goku. Watch out, bro. The final act begins? What have I been missing, dude? Yo, we gotta relax. Hold on, wait. I think like too much just happened, bro. Too much just took place, dog. Wait. I gotta go back. When Endeavor was asked about One for All, he replied, I don't know. So that Deku and All Might wouldn't have targets on their backs. He left a letter, bro. Everyone knows now. He was like, yo, before you hear from anyone else, I want y'all to know, man. I want y'all to know exactly why it is that they're going after me and why it is that I have to leave. No, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. On one side, I'm extremely like, nah, man. Like the fact that he had to leave his academy, the place where, you know, he grew up, and especially from the beginning of the series, of course, and with these people that, you know, love him so much. Like no one was even like, you know, being like, who gives a flying flag nards about the fact that this man has this quirk? Where's my boy at? You know, I don't care about what quirk you have. So Deku's decision after this entire arc, after seeing how everything was taking place, is that he's left the academy. Bro, this has to be, no joke, like a top 3 panel in My Hero Academia. I real deal thinks, bro, this is crazy. The final act begins. I had been seeing that we were entering the final saga, right? But I didn't know that was the chapter title. That tells us that's a shoot. That's a fact. The final act begins. Deku has left the academy, bro. I feel like I just read a spoiler. A giant villain. Yo, why does Deku look like this, bro? I'm not gonna lie, yo. This is extremely raw, dog. Look at the way he's posing. He's gonna be on his own. And the thing is with Deku that we've seen throughout the entire series is how much he shines with other people. But now we're gonna see him on his own. So I wonder how Horikoshi, because the reason why Deku has continued to remain as one of my favorite characters in the story, and I think this is something that is a factor in almost all great protagonists, and that is how others are elevated because of him and how he is elevated because of the others, right, in supporting cast and the main cast. And then it's especially true for Deku, and we've seen some of the greatest moments happen within the series for Deku and for the other individuals whenever he's there, you know. And so now I'm really curious on seeing how this is going to be handled from an author standpoint. This is so exciting, bro. But at the same time, it hurts. Like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel right now, man. Like, this is GOAT. Like, legitimately, like, this is fire to me. This is incredible. Like, the fact that the story is going in this direction where now Deku's gonna be on his own, and now it's like, he needs saving too, because he's gonna go out and do everything on his own. He doesn't want anybody else to be hurt because of him. And I love stories like this, bro. When characters who love each other people so much that they don't want to cause them any pain, so they go off and do their own solo act, their own solo mission, realizing that their very existence could put the people that they love most in harm's way. And we know how that ends up working. But because it's My Hero Academia, because of the buildup of the entire series within this school, within this academy, the way that that all of the characters continue and continue to grow thanks to this man, and have grown with him, and just to see that he left knowing how much he loves that place, how he was the centerpiece, the center stone of that academy, to see him leave. April, Deku left the Hero Academy. He left. I can't believe I just read these words. April, Deku left the Hero Academy. And you see him on top of this place right here, looking up. Yo, he just looks so golden right here, bro. I can't even front, man. Yo, this has legit potential to be not only just great for this series, but this could elevate Deku to being one of my GOATs, man. I mean, it truly could. I love this type of stuff in fiction, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. Like, the concept of an individual, especially with the build of 305 chapters, of seeing how much these people mean to this dude. And for him to go out and leave on his own, to not put them in harm's way, but knowing he still has so much room to grow as well. It has to be killing him on the inside to be alone like this. We know how much he loves being with other people. And now he's gonna go out. We're gonna get to see Deku on his solo dolo missions. Watch out, bro. Yo. Oh, man. Now, yeah, without question. Just this by itself, it has this chapter for me as one of my favorite chapters in the series. There's no doubt about that. Just the exciting potential of where this can go from here has my mind like to the moon and back, son. Now I know why we got everything that we got in chapters, in the last two chapters, with 304 and 305, with him speaking to the predecessors. Because now we're seeing the result of that resolve, the results of wanting to go out and him making this decision, right? And realizing exactly what he needs to do right now, or what he thinks he needs to do, in order to ensure that things go as smoothly as possible. He does not get anyone else involved. Wow, All Might telling other people the secret, Endeavor rejecting it, then Endeavor himself. This is one of my favorite chapters of My Hero, bro. It had so much greatness. Endeavor going out and 110% taking all of the blame, but letting everyone know this is how we progress, this is how we move forward in this society, and seeing the truth of how the public is currently viewing the heroes, and seeing the aftermath between both parties. The secret being showcased to other individuals out there. Man, bro. And then finishing it off with this. Yo, this panel, okay, I might be in the heat of the moment. I think this is my favorite panel of My Hero. I do, bro. It's the potential. It's the potential. I think, I'm gonna go out and say it. I think this is my favorite panel of My Hero Academia, man. I really do. I really do, bro. Just having Deku looking out like this is the most somber looking panel that I think I have ever seen in this entire series. It's just, like I said, man, look, man, I have been following this journey since the old channel, when chapter 1 released, bro. You know what I mean, man? Like, I have been with My Hero Academia for a very long time. It's been one of those things to where I read it, I let it go for a while, I come back, I read it, but I've been here since 2016. I've been here since the very beginning, man. So I have an emotional connection to these characters. I have an emotional connection to the Academy and to Deku's journey to become the greatest hero, bro. I have a connection to it. I've been with it for too long. And so to have this is why I love time skips so much, because time skips give us an opportunity to see how things were before and how things are after. But for us to see Deku during one of those time skips, to see him on this solo dolo journey, this is about to hit different. This is about to hit extra levels of different. Why is Shonen Jump so fire right now? I mean, dude, my goodness, I don't even know if I can continue reading. No, I have to. I gotta find out what happens. Yo, this was magnificent. This was truly I mean, wow. Wow, bro. Wow, man. And it's like, I don't even know if I would feel right putting on the Santa hat for that, because it's not a Santa hat level moment. This is a truly emotional moment. But it's like the potential of it is what has me like running up my seat, bro. I want to jump and scream right now, bro. This is crazy. Yo, 307. Jailbreaker showed up in the South Ward yesterday, but everyone else got assigned to emergency zones elsewhere. Ketsubutsu Academy Hero Course 3rd Year Yoshindo Grand. Ketsubutsu Academy Hero Course 3rd Year Tatami Nakagame Turtleneck. We've got to guide the strugglers out here. Let's resolve the situation quickly. And you know, man, going back to 306, I gotta talk about it again, bro. That chapter was legendary. Bro, Uraraka being the one to read the letter hits, man, because you know the relationship between the two. Damn it! And now it's gonna cause a situation where you're gonna run into sometime later on in the future where they meet up again. And it's like, man, the emotions, dude. Oh, this is gonna be goated, bro. I love stuff like this. And I wonder how Uraraka is gonna change and develop and grow because of this as well. Knowing how strong and deep that goes, I wonder how Bakugo's gonna react to this, man. We know that rivalry runs deep, son. Yo, the implications. Anyways, let's focus, baby. Let's focus. We've got to guide the stragglers out of here. Let's resolve the situation quickly. The only ones left are bound to be a bunch of stubborn hardliners. I'll tackle this negotiation with a charming smile, just like Joke Sensei would. This is gonna suck. These two debuted in Volume 12. Bakugo refused to shake Yo's hand. Hey, nice insight. I honestly did not remember them. Anyways, let's get this over with. They're holed up in the Taguchi buildings. So let's get going. Hang on a sec, yo. They're sending us kids now? Well, you wasted a trip. Buzz off. But it's quite dangerous here, and our provisions won't last forever. Please come with us and take shelter at Ketsubutsu Academy. And once everyone's crammed in the school, what happens when those devils decide to attack there? You kids think you can do a damn thing about it? When they came from my shop, I gave those suckers a taste of their own medicine. Our eyes are wide open now. A man's gotta protect his hometown. We ain't putting our lives in anyone else's hands. If they were only coming for money and valuables, that'd be one thing. But Jailbreaker and those know more a different story. Someone witnessed the carnage yesterday not far from here. When you're up against someone driven solely by violence, well, even the pros would get slaughtered by things that far remove them from humanity. Like I said, we don't got faith in heroes, only in ourselves. All you heroes act so high and mighty, thinking you can force people to live their lives one way or another. We're simply more proficient at combat than you find people. Please allow us to protect you. Oh yeah? Look what's come to trusting smooth lines like that. Man, now we're really seeing the consequences of this war, bro. Like, we got to see it on a pretty grand scale last chapter, but seeing it here from your everyday individuals, like, man, we're done putting our lives in other people's hands. Now we're going to start taking things because we see that the heroes can't do it all. We see that there are things that heroes can't do. And even whenever they go out and deliver on these promises that they are going to keep us protected, they are going to do what's best for us, that's not always the case. And we saw that they did not deliver those promises. And now we're going to start seeing people take matters into their own hands. Look, we ain't seeing eye to eye, so go home, kid. Our days of relying on heroes are over. That sucks serious, Sakage, yo. Sucks City. Sucks City. Suplex City, baby. One little hit from my vibrate quirk and that whole tower would be rubble. I would have dragged him out of there by force if we were allowed. Call from Makabe. How long are the cell towers even gonna last? You two gotta run, he's nearby. Itajiro spotted him with his own eyes. He said, your way. We will make it in time, so get out of there now. He's coming. Jailbreaker. Let's play. Oh my. Wait a minute, bro. That's, what's his name? What's his name, bro? Musclehead, was that his name? From chapter 76? With the legendary moment with the 1,000,000%. That's what this is, right? I mean, who else has the whole steroid thing going on for him right now, right? That's got to be him. Just two of you? That's not enough. Got any pals around? That is, bro. Hold on. Do I have the volume? Yes! Yes! That is, right? Hold on a minute, Chief. It's got to be. It's got to be. Oh, it's got to be, bro. It's got to. That's not enough. Got any pals around? Just tell me got word that Sensei wouldn't need backup. And that could be the civilians. What about you, yo? I'll demolish him. Okay, let's see what you got here. I love it out here. Me too. I also love it out here, dude. This is goated. This is fire. In the free world, our town's already torn apart no more. Wait, you can't stand up to that blood-crazed villain. You have to run. Too bad you ain't our boss. We don't want you to die. Yo, that's me right now. Yo, come on, is that it? Spot a hero and you're bound to find 9 more. Sweet, guess the saying's true. No use, little guy. I got 12,000 layers of muscle fiber as armor. No piddly power is going to reach through to my actual body. That's so? Max force leaves me immobilized for a while, but sometimes you just have to do what you just have to do what you have to do. If there's anything heroes ought to have at this point, it's a rock-hard spirit that refuses to bend or break. That's right. Your brain will make you a milkshake when I'm done, tremoring Earth. In that case, I gotta bulk up my armor. And he beefens himself up with the steroids. Yo, no. Let's save that kid. Time for a bloody frenzy. Goes right in. Muscular. Is that Deku? Now it's Santa hat time, bro. Now it is Santa hat levels of greatness. No wonder my gift from the 4th wouldn't shut up. Hey, I know that voice. Not the rematch, bro. Between Muscular and him. Oh, no, next chapter. Thank God I waited. Deku. Bro, Deku's looking mad fire like this. Because now, rather than it being the design that he had in the past, it's the design, but it's ripped up. It's ripped up so you can tell my man has been through it. You can tell my man has been through the battles, the damage. You see the wound, the battle scars. Yo, this is raw. This is just straight up raw, dude. I'd never forget you. It's really you, right? Midoriya. I miss you, little guy. All these pathetic words. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Did you see the way my man was holding him? He was holding him in that legendary Batman and Robin pose from one of those comic book covers, man. I mean, yo, straight like, yeah, okay. All right. I miss you, little guy. All these pathetic whims just don't measure up. It's not enough. Not so fast, don't run away. It's not like that. You've got me all wrong. I ain't out for revenge or anything so dramatic. The way I see it, going well with my quirk is all I could ever ask for. But I'm only human, you know? You taught me a new meaning of fun back then. And that was the point of no return. You look at his eye, man. He didn't jump high enough. And he goes right towards, and he rips the building in half, dog. Oh, yeah, he's on a different level right now, son. He's on a different level. He's been waiting for this. Let's go at it at full power, Midoriya. Full power. What's going on? Can't see with all the smoke. How's that boy doing? Glad you're here. Take care of him, okay? Yo, how could you be so dumb? And Deku leaves. Yo, over it. Oh, now it's time. Excuse me, now it's time. I'm sorry I didn't get here sooner. He needs first aid. Darn, so many buildings already got wrecked. But no more damage from now on. No more damage from now on. It is hard to see through the smoke, but I swear I know that voice from somewhere. Who is he? Was that too much? Yeah, you spread your control too thin. Yo, you see the others now completely with them. That's too much of my smoke screen, got it? Didn't I mention how it could backfire if the opponent gets the drop on you? Yeah. One for All's influence has really opened the floodgates. Keep in mind that the greater power has been built up across 8 generations of users. It's a massive, unwieldy power, and as the 9th user, of course, you're feeling the brunt more than any of us. So at times like this, try to relax a little. Our quirks are mostly standalone abilities. They will never rise to the level of your ultimate moves. It's almost like you have too much respect for these quirks. Instead, think of them as simply tools in your arsenal. Approach the problem strategically, and use your tools to put together a plan. Muscular, the man who was still standing after taking a 100% smashes. No, I never forget him either. The 7th float. Yo, this man is out here, bro. Like, yo, utilizing the Omnitrix of all of his abilities. Smoke screen over here. The float over here. Deku, bro. I can limit visibility with a 6th smoke screen and guide him toward me. Gotta dig up the memories of that night and that battle. And he goes in, and he's dodging. Yo, he's observation hockey's out of this world. Muscular's trying his hardest to hit him, but Deku's having none of that. The force danger senses help me read his moves better. That's observation hockey, baby. Midoriya goes in, flies off. Now he's using the black whip too, bro. I mean, Deku is out here, utilizing all the abilities at will, speaking to the predecessors in the mid-battle. I mean, hold on a minute, dude. Hold on. Use the black whip. He takes Muscular, tosses him over to the wall. Cheap party tricks? What's the deal? I know Shigaraki and All For One released you. Where are they now? Yo, this is hitting different. Who knows? They just told me to go wild and left me on my own. Why ask about them when I'm right here? You're bumming me out. And these little gimmicks are boring. Come on, let's have a rematch. Mano a mano, no holds barred. Why do you rage like this? I just want to live life without regrets. Regrets such as not indulging and having fun every chance I get. Was there really no other path for you? Goto Imasuji? Nope. You try to sympathize with me or something? Peddle that crap somewhere else. Because all you'll find in my soul, if I had known, maybe things would have worked out differently, is blood and violence. Yo, man. This is someone who has hurt many people. Someone who has killed others. Seems like this fight is inevitable. But at least I want to learn. We'll make some tick deep down. Yo! You're turned out real boring, kid. And the guys between those muscles you coach yourself with. The strands depleted of energy tend to rip and tear away. A guy who shies away from tactics and strategy wouldn't purposely jump to a lower floor like that. And notice how your muscle armor is uneven in spots. I guess someone's been honing those vibrations in the meantime, huh? Sneaky little. This is also my full power. And he takes off the mask finally and lets him know, yo, I'm out here. I'm out here. This is my joint. It's all me. It's all me. Yo, this man, Horikoshi's pet, bro. what has he been on? I mean, his art has always been fantastic, but for the past like 100 chapters ago, my man's is just, it's just paintings. Man's is out here like on a different level, bro. This is also my full power, and he destroys Muscular. And now I don't have any more chapters to read, bro. I can't stand this. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is starting to build up to my favorite section in My Hero. No, without question, man. Like I loved MVA a lot. My Villain Academia is exactly what I wanted from the story. Is exactly what I didn't know I needed from the story. To actually get all that time dedicated to that wonderful cast of characters, and to see the way the Horikoshi just constructed that and delivered, and it was the execution. I mean, top notch, peak greatness, right? Without question, that stretch from like there in the war, phenomenal stuff. But this is my thing. All right, this is my thing. Characters going out on their own, doing their own solo missions. Every single one of the stories that I have an extremely strong emotional connection to has this type of stuff within it. I think it is something that is integral to a character like Deku. And to see Horikoshi actually going about it, but not actually just going about it. It's the execution and the manner that he did it, man. Leaving UA, going out on his own, rawness and drip. He's dripped out. My man took the fit that he had in the past and made it just dripped. Because of the battle scars and because it's not all complete, it looks like my man's has been through it. And the way the cape isn't fully on, it just looks so cool. It just looks so goated, man. Yo, Deku already, I mean, for up until this entire stretch, I think my favorite characters in My Hero Academia were as follows. I think it was Bakugo and Mirio, or like, they continue to switch because I just love them both so much. And then Shigaraki and Deku. And for very similar reasons that I really love them both. Right now, we have the potential of Deku going all the way to top 1 in My Hero with the way this is going, dude. I love this type of stuff, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. Like, this is my jam. This is my jam, son. I can't get enough of stuff like this, man. But it's the execution. It's the way the Horikoshi's handling it. That's why it's hitting so different. For him to go at it with Muscular again, but he's just toying with him. He's trying to get to the very soul of this entire situation. He's trying to go right at it like, Muscular, why are you doing this, man? Like, why we gotta do this? And I love how nonchalant he is about it. He's taking on a person that he struggled with in the past, that it took every single one of his abilities in order to bone him. Like, it took everything Deku had to take him out. But here, man's like, hold on, bro. He's just gonna test out his abilities. Like, float over here, danger sense over here, black whip over here. He's gonna talk to him. You want to fight? All right, one shot. Bro, Deku's on another level right now, man. Yo, Shonen Jump magazine, son. This is my magazine, man. It truly is. Consistently putting out the fire. Like, right now, One Piece, of course, for me, man, is just out of this world right now. Jujutsu Kaisen has been out of this world. But now that I'm caught up to My Hero again, oh my god. Bro, those three are going in so hard right now for several different reasons. But they're going in hard. Ah, man. I'm loving this direction, people. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is hitting. Like, this is legitimately... Like I said, this could be my favorite stretch in the series, depending on how this goes from here. Without question, this is just what I love, man. This is what I love in these types of stories, especially in the way that's being executed right now. Dude, this man Deku, bro. This man Deku, I love it. I love the new like design. I love the way that he's acting right now. I'm loving how we're seeing how he's talking to the predecessors, how he's learning how to utilize these abilities. Everything about it, just it's so cool. I love it. This is fire. This is legitimately heat. Yo, man, dude. I can't believe. First and foremost, I think the reason why this all got to me the way that it did is because I wasn't told and spammed to react to this. And I'm going to assume, because the only two people that told me to react to this were Rainbow and Chris. Considering, like, Again, I understand that this isn't stuff that quote unquote is up there like with the war where insanity is just happening back to back to back. But like for personal things, I'm really shocked that nobody told me to react to at the very least like 306 or something, right? Like yo, like legit, man, legit, dude. These chapters are nuts. Yeah, this is my favorite panel of My Hero. This right here, bro, this is my favorite panel of My Hero Academia. I can't, bro. I can't, dude. I can't. This is the type of panel that you want to put like in a plaque up here or something, man. That is my favorite panel of My Hero Academia, without question. That is just, we are moving, son. This is it. We are heading into the end game. I don't know how far off that is, but we are heading into the end game. Yo. Son, listen to me. I am so glad. Yo, massive thank you once again to Rainbow and Chris, man, for telling me to react to this. I can't imagine reading this stuff on my... I could... Bro, if I would have read this on my own, I legitimately would have, like, regretted it for a very long time. I really would have. Because this is the type of stuff that I really, truly enjoy, man. Like, it's just a character going through their own journey, man. And the thing is, like, it all depends on execution, as everything is, right? Like, you can try to force something like this and it won't work. But it's the way it's been executed. It's the way that this series, we know how this man is with his academy, bro. We know how much of a centerstone he is and a centerpiece he is to that place. How much they love him, how much he loves them and they love him. And how they grow with each other. And through the trials and tribulations, they always stuck through it together. But to know that right now, after that massive war, we are starting to see the consequences. Not only just in the aftermath, not only with the way the public now views the heroes, but even within you, way everything's changing, man. And to know that Deku's mom is going over there to a shelter, but there's going to be no Deku. I need to see the responses of everyone else. Bro, when they meet each other again, when Deku meets up with the people from UA again, no matter who it is, it's going to be so good. Yeah, this has potential to be my favorite stretch in the series, without question. This has the potential to be absolutely legendary, man. Dog, what in the world, bro? Oh, man, son. Man, dude. I love it. I love it, bro. Yo, as a matter of fact, I think this is gonna. I want it. I need the next chapter, bro. That's what I need. I need it so bad. The thing is, though, is I've been reading the Viz translation for My Hero since for so many years. I don't want to stop reading the Viz version because I genuinely love the Viz translation for My Hero Academia. So I think that what I'm going to continue to do, since I can't record chapters or videos on Sunday anyway, I'm going to do what I used to do in the past. The only thing is that now I get off way later than I used to whenever I was covering NBA on a weekly basis. But now I think what I'm going to do is just move it over to Monday. I think that's going to be my new plan. Because I need to read this, bro. I need to read, at the very least, the next chapter. When the moment I can. Like, or either that or I'm just going to let it build up again. Because I know, it's just, I love this type of stuff so much, bro. Regardless of whether I come back to it on Monday or whether I let it build up again and we come to it again, regardless of the decision that comes in, we are back to reacting to My Hero, baby. And what an amazing stretch. Like I said, I think 306 might genuinely be like one of the favorite chapters of My Hero, bro. I think it might be my favorite. It's just when you have that ending, bro, and that like, yo, that's years of build up, bro. I don't know if he always had that in mind, because I'm not sure how much of a master storyteller is, or how not that doesn't have anything to do with how great of a storyteller, or how masterful is his plotting. Like, I don't know if my man legitimately has all this written out beforehand and just executes it, or if he is more serendipitous and he has like a basic structure and just writes a chapter by chapter leading towards a specific goal. I don't know what his writing process is like. But if my man was writing all of that with this goal in mind that Deku would one day leave, this chapter, honestly, this section makes me want to reread the entire series. It does. I just want to go back and reread the entire series, man. Man, what a chapter. Man, oh man, what a chapter. What a couple of chapters. Yo, My Hero is fantastic right now. My Hero is genuinely fantastic. Bro, if somebody could get me a colored version of that final chapter 306 spread, I'm gonna rock that as a profile picture on on Discord, man. Yo, this is hitting different right now, man. My Hero Greatness. I'll see y'all next time. I hope everybody has an awesome of a day before this goes on for another hour, because I am loving this. I'm gonna go back and reread these chapters again while this up. I love this way too much. Like it's the type of love that you. It's like when you love feeling emotional, right? Like man, it's hitting extremely hard. It's hitting extremely hard, but it's like it's gotta happen. And you're hyped for the potential, bro. Cause yo, this hits, bro. This stuff right here, like knowing the connection, the journey of the characters have been with, and then you get this, and you follow that up. Yo, the final page of this chapter right here. Look at this, bro. Look at how goated that looks. I'm loving this, man. I really am, dude. I'll see y'all next time. My Hero Greatness. Peace out.